I believe I am going to start today's video off just a tad bit different than normal. I was looking at the calendar today and seeing that next week actually marks my 6-month point of being home and being a day trader full time. And I thought, I ought to just do an update on that and kind of let everybody know how my journey has been going. But if you look at my hair, you can probably tell about how it's been going. I ain't got nothing left. It's a leaving me quicker than I want it to. But anyways, just to do a quick rewind, I started trading in 2020. I started out trading penny stocks. I went to regular stocks. I went to options. And about 2 years ago, I got into futures. And then about 2 years ago as well, I found prop firms. Prop firms started being kind of a big thing. So I got into trading them as well. And my journey has definitely been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But before, I decided to leave my job and pursue this full time, I felt like I had a pretty good grip on trading. I felt like I had a pretty good grip on my emotion and mental state because, I could get into a trade. And hey, if it went against me, I had a set stop. I would not trade again. Most of my accounts, I only traded one time a day. If it was a winning trade, that's great. If it was a losing trade, that was fine. I had a little bit of emotions, every once in a while they would come out, but where I was working full time, I was limited, to my trading. So I would have to trade like during lunch or in the evening or in the morning. And I told myself, well, I need to have 20 accounts funded, before, I leave my job. And well, I got to that point and there was some other things, going on in my life. And I thought, well, right now, is a good time. So I took a leap of faith. I left my job, to do this full time, be at home. And it's hard to believe it's been 6 months already. But, starting out, my whole life, I guess, I've probably struggled with anxiety or stress, but it's minor. Nothing that you can't overcome. But trading, magnifies that probably, twofold. And it has been a struggle. When I first come home, I started out trading the way I traded before, but I copy traded. And when I first got home, where I could sit at the computer all day, I was starting to take trades that I shouldn't be taking. When I had a full-time job and I could trade, I was real picky on what trades I took. But being home and being in front of the screen full time, I started trading everything. I started getting into trades that I didn't need to be in. And my, the stress and anxiety started building up. And the first, I would say, month was probably rough. I started doubting, my ability to be able to do this. Just being honest about it. It gets in your head and it's a struggle. There's no lie about that. So after, blowing a lot of accounts, I went from minis. I started trading micros, and I got plumbed down, to like trading 2 micros. And I traded them for a while, and it took me a little bit to build my self-esteem or confidence, whatever you want to call it, back up in my trading strategy. And I also veered away from copy trading, and I started trading my accounts individually, which I would like to get back to a point to where I could copy trade. I think it would free up a lot of my day. But right now where I'm at, I think I'm doing what I need to be doing, trading my accounts individually one at a time. But that's just part of the journey is overcoming all this. And you got good days and you got bad days. There's no way around it. Over on this other screen right here, I started taking screenshots, all my profit and loss, my days. I have, I ain't going to go into all these, but this is the last 40 trading days. And out of those 40 days, I have 3 days where I ended the day red. I think that is a pretty good accomplishment. But, just like that right there, there's 37 good days, 3 bad days. And for some reason, those 3 bad days are outweighing the 37 good days. And that is the struggle with trading. It gets in your head and it messes with you. Today was an awful day. I'm going to show you the chart. We'll go ahead and jump into the recap for today. But as you can see this morning, before, pre-market, the market was chopping around. We opened, we pushed up. I caught some trades in this mess, and I was actually doing pretty good. I took a trade right here. We pushed through VWAP. We pulled back to it. I entered a trade. We pushed up. It ended. It was a good trade. Like I said, I will always take that setup on a trend line. But also, I was looking to pull back to VWAP. That's another one of my setups. I like pulling back, turning it into support, and pushing. So we pulled back. I'm trying not to show you these candles. I'm trying to do it real easy. Okay, so we pulled back right here. Now this red candle, as soon as we broke that red candle, I entered the trade like I always do because I think that VWAP is going to turn into support. And of course, we pushed through, and it happened so quick that I couldn't do nothing about it. I didn't have time to move my stop. The tariff news come out today, and right here, the tariff, it started. So my account was down awful right out of the gate. Even though I had a stop loss set where it dropped so violent, it went way past it before it got me out. That is where my craziness started. I was like, what in the world? Because I'm picky about knowing when the news is coming out, what's coming out. But this was, hey, out of left field. Trump started talking about the tariffs with China, and the market went crazy. As you can see, this right here, this is my normal chart that I got. The time frames and the price spacing, I guess you could call it. And you can see how these candles are. And these right here is actually pretty good sized candles. But when this mess come out, I want you to look at this. The candles went, a 1 minute candle was like $70, $80, $90, and $100. It went crazy. Look at this. And like I said, this right here is normal. That is, what we normally trade. And look at this mess down here. It dropped. We ended up dropping, over 600 points. And we dropped again. And then it come into this mess. Well, all that did, look at this mess. That is volatility. We're still making lows. We're right now at 24,500. 24,500. Where was the high today? 800 points. Almost 900 points we've dropped today. That put me on tilt. I ain't going to lie about it, just to be honest with you. Once that first account, it liquidated me so fast. It's crazy. And that right there is another reason why I trade micros on my real account. I do not trade minis. I trade micros because I can handle a big candle. But this right here, that's crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. But we'll go ahead and jump into this number. As you can see, there is a lot and a lot of red. This Tradify account right here that is a Lucid account. That hit the daily loss limit. So, I got a little bit of drawdown lift and hit $2,200 or something. So I ain't real sure if it's going to make it. I'm going to have to try to climb my way back out of that one. But other than that, here is 5 Apex accounts that got toasted today. I'm telling you, it was a wild day. It's hard to play it when the candles are 60, 70, 80, 100 bucks. It just makes it hard to play. Again, even my profit on my other ones is all high. Majority of them's over $400. 690, 370, 430, 545, 515, 500. 445. That was an amazing day. Now, but even with all that green, I ended the day red because being stupid. I would get in a trade and it would move so violent. It's hard to trade, and today is a learning lesson. I hope it's a learning lesson for everybody. I always know when the news is coming out. I didn't see nothing nowhere that said Trump was going to be talking about tariffs. And like I said, I keep the news up. I try to stay on top of it just for that reason right there. If you know news is coming, you can kind of prepare yourself for it. But this come out of left field, and it was a nightmare. It was just a wreck. It moved so fast and so violent. Like this candle right here. Let me see if I can spread this out a little bit. We'll start with this one. We'll say that's 25,200 to 25,063. That's 150 point candle. It was, if you was here in this moment, you know what I'm talking about. It was a madhouse. It was violent. And, everybody was trying to ride the momentum. But the problem is, even though you was right and it went the way you wanted it to, it would tick you out. You would get in a trade, and it was so violently jumping that it would just get you out and then go. And it did. It put me on tilt. I've done a lot of stupid stuff today that I shouldn't have. But, that's part of the learning process, and we'll just have to work on it and try to get better. But, yeah, look at that. We're still dropping. The market's still open. We got about 22 minutes left in the market. I'm not trading this mess no more. It's just still the bottom's falling out of it. Like I said, we've dropped about 900 points today. Crazy, crazy day. But, if you can get in on the right side, I'm sure there was a lot of people had a great day today. I wasn't one of them. I was one of the ones that bit. But, lesson learned, and, we'll jump back at it. I'm not sure. I hadn't checked if the market is open Monday or not. I think it's Columbus Day or some mess. I'll have to check on that. But the market may be closed Monday. But again, this video ended up being a little longer than normal. So I'll make that it for today. But hey, thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you next week.